Hello, my name is Ted, and I'd like to thank everyone today for being on our Techniques in Social Media webinar today. We're going to be showing you many different types of techniques that can be used with our Total Social Media application, and we're going to be changing up and having a lot of fun on these calls. I know that we're basically have taken the ability for people to be able to utilize our social media application called Total Social Media, and it's really great because you can use this in many different ways. So what I wanted to do today on this webinar is to go through some real life examples of how you can utilize our application, like with a shopping cart as an example. Many people want to get into social media, or many businesses, but if you're a small to medium sized business and you say, well, how can I very economically utilize our application with a shopping cart as an example to create actually business and to create a return on investment for a specific product. Maybe it's a product that's a virtual product. Maybe it's a product that I actually will ship from my home or from my business. But it's very important. And the other topic I wanted to go over today was in regards to when a physical post in Facebook, statistically, when that post goes out is very important as to the responses that you get, the likes, and I wanted to go through some of those statistics today on this individual webinar. So I want to thank everyone for being here. We're just going to dive right into the very first thing in our first topic today, which is going over the individual engagement and individual post in Post and Leap. And in our Post and Leap application, when you look at it, it's going to ask you what time of the day and where you're at, specifically in a country, what time of the day do you want to basically put your individual post out? And this is very important that you've got. And I'm going to show you some statistics here on the screen, which you're able to analyze and look at from your side to be able to see. And you're able to look at the individual lines here that you've got here on the screen that I'm showing you right now in blue, looking at the response score. So when you're looking at the individual likes, you're looking at the individual comments that are in green, and then you're looking at the overall responses that you've got, you're able to see that the individual response score was greater on Monday as you went through the beginning of the week, and as you went through the end of the week, it basically tailed back up again. So what this individual graphic is showing you now on the screen is that basically your post performed better towards the overall weekend, either at the end of the weekend or heading into the weekend, better than it did during the individual week, during the weekday. Other things I want to basically take you to is this individual statistic showing you the time of day from which posts have been more than likely statistically to help you as an overall person trying to get responses and people to look at your overall posts. And this is basically showing you this graph that you're going to get basically a 10% better response time and individual people responding to your posts better in the evening. By being able to come in here, you're able to see that if you post between 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., you're able to get a better post on your side versus posting between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., basically in the middle of the day or when people are working, where in some work locations they don't like their people and are some cases even monitoring their employees how much time they spend on Facebook. A lot of individuals won't be able to see individual comments or posts that you're maybe posting on your overall page. And again, the best time is either early in the morning or in the evening when they're able to look and respond. Maybe they have those prompted to their smartphones. And in cases where they're maybe sitting at home and watching an individual TV show and they do have time to go in and look at an overall post, you're able to see that you're able to get a better response time in this specific graphic here. And again, now what you're able to do is look at the basic business hours. This is very similar to the graphic that I showed you earlier. That if you're looking at your overall business hours versus non-business hours, this include also weekends, that you've got is that your likelihood for your individual responses goes dramatically up. So if you're thinking that you're wanting to set your Post and Leap system for 10 o'clock in the morning that you have, I would recommend that you change your individual time of your overall postings in your overall time zone to something after 6 o'clock. Something 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening I think what you're going to end up finding statistically on your overall post, utilizing our Post and Leap system, that you'll inherently be able to get a better response time in your overall post. And that basically follows, and it might seem like common sense to a lot of people, but some people, you might not quite just get the correlation between, you're thinking, hey, people might be on a computer at work and they do it, but again, this statistic I've seen here followed through in multiple locations in multiple areas and multiple reports, that this is following true, to where if you change that response time in the evening where people do have more time, not only are they going to even like your post, they're more apt to share it, they're more apt to comment to it. So it's more than just being able to visualize and even being able to see your individual post. It's in the likelihood of them being able to get a share ratio and you getting more bang for your buck that you have on being able to spend time and effort in social media trying to promote your business and your brand. So again, just please look at those statistics. It's just a really good point. And again, I hope you're able to learn something from this individual portion here. The next thing I want to take you into that you've got is many people talk about driving e-commerce. They talk about individual websites. And what I want to do is go over a few different platforms today for being able to inexpensively be able to sell products in the Facebook social media world that you have, using applications that are out there that you can also attach to our Total Social Media application. And I wanted to show you an application. It's actually a live application that is actually bolted on, just as I described, where someone has basically used one of our links to link to a shopping cart to be able to use. Now, a lot of people think that shopping carts are very expensive. They're really, really hard to set up. It's maybe really confusing for individual customers. And so what I'm going to be doing is giving you different examples of how you can basically attach extremely easily, in some cases at zero cost, for you to set up the overall shopping cart for some simple products and even some more sophisticated products. And I'll even show you some even more sophisticated products and the companies that you should maybe be looking at to do that. And the first example I want to be showing you here that you've got is through a company called Chili Monster. Chili Monster is a company that is using to sell chili types of products, and they're using a company called Vendor Shop. Vendor Shop is a individual application that you can type into your Facebook bar up here. This is an application that's for free. What it actually does is actually creates an overall page that is connected to your home page and creates a tab similar to what we do for Total Social Media, where you can create a welcome tab or a shopping tab or different tabs. You can have a tab that is just purely a shopping cart tab for yourself. This application is really easy to work with, really easy to deal with, and to set up. If you work with it, let me think. I think I might even have a. Here it is. Here's actually the admin for this individual page. And if you look at the dashboard to be able to set up your own individual shopping cart on your overall page, what you'll notice is that the individual payment options, being able to get started, they really, really break it down very easily. So even if you're not a computer genius, you're not going to need to know any programming. It's going to ask you some very simple questions about how many products you have. Do you want to upload a picture for your overall product? It's going to ask you for your different payment options. And in this particular case, their preferred payment option, even though they do have some more sophisticated payment options for this product, they use individual gateways like PayPal as an example, or different ways for you to basically take your overall money. And what this is the mechanism for you to be able to have people on your page. And let's go back and actually take a look at their main page, and I'll show you how their overall tab works. What they did in their particular case is they just went in here and put this shopping tab icon on their overall page. So when someone goes onto their page, you can see they got 23,000 likes on their overall page. And when someone goes to their page, you simply go in here, you click on their shopping cart, and you go in here that you've got, and you can, and again, pardon for my internet connection here because I'm on the road, is that you're able to come in here and you're able to see their items. You're able to add these to your shopping cart. You're able to go and look at those individual items that you've got, learn more about them, purchase them from the company. And again, this overall page, and to set this up, doesn't cost you anything, completely for free. So you ask yourself, well, how does this company here make money if they give away this page and this ability for you to put a shopping cart on here on your individual page? And how they make money is they offer different ways to drive traffic to this page. Like they will offer like pages or gateway pages to where you can basically funnel people through to this page, and you can add little teeny add-ons that will cost a little bit of money to enhance this page if you wish. But your basic shopping cart page, they basically will serve up for you for free at zero cost. Now that doesn't count for your merchant cost. Like if I want to connect that to PayPal, you're still going to get connected with the merchant fees and the things associated with that physical transaction. But what most people are concerned about is, well, how do I put up even items on an overall page? And again, I'd recommend this as an overall company for you to be able to look at. Other companies for you to be able to look at is another one here. This individual shopping cart is also for free, is also put up by a very large company called Payvment that you've got, and they look like pavement is the individual word that you've got, but again it's spelled Payvment. Pavement that you have is how they want you, so they put a little bit of a play on words, which is really cool. But you'll also notice that if you go to this Pavement site that you've got here, you can set up a website for free. You can connect it. Now the way that this individual company set up their overall page, and let me go back to their main page here, is you're able to see what they did is they created an individual tab. They put a icon on it called sale, and that's really all that they do through this overall page is drive traffic. Now this page here has 547,000 people that have liked their page. So they drive a tremendous amount of traffic to their overall page. You can see on how they were able to take their overall cover photo and put some of their products in the overall cover photo. But what they basically do is they basically give great deals on electronic equipment to a lot of different companies. So you're saying, well, wow, this company, they got 547,000 likes that's out there. You don't have to be a large company to utilize some of these services. And again, this is a page which you can go in and set up for free, just like I showed you in the previous one. But one thing you're going to find with this company versus the one previously is you're going to find a little bit more sophisticated tools on the individual page that you're going to be able to find, and some different options for you. And again, you can come set it up for free, do an individual search here in your overall toolbar up on top, and just look up the word pavement here, and you can set up your page for free. But what you're going to find is there are some more sophisticated tools, better reporting, and different things for you. And again, the more add-ons that you have for this overall page that you have, the more that you're going to be able to utilize. Now, one thing I want to basically take you to is even a more sophisticated shopping cart that is actually attached to our application utilized in Total Social Media. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I think we've got this company here. Let me go back to their main page here. There's a company here that we've got called Chunji, which runs a company called Battle on the Columbia. It's a tournament that they do in Taekwondo. It's an open martial arts tournament every single year that they run. And what they wanted to do is be able to take online orders for this overall tournament through their page. So what they did is, and I'll actually take you into their page that was created with our application. And if you look at this form that you've got here, what they were able to do is they wanted to basically link their online form, which is a PDF file, which was stored on their server, so someone could download the form and take it into the actual event. They also wanted them to have the option of buying online through a shopping cart. And if you look at this overall page here, they've integrated some really cool videos. They've got some great backgrounds. They've got automatic links to their Twitter and their YouTube. They've linked in their YouTube channel and their Twitter feed through our application at Post and Leap. So when they do their postings on their page, it also links to their Twitter page and does the links from there. But this is a really great school, and if you go to this Buy Online page here, what they've done is they have linked to a shopping cart from their side where an individual company can come in and can go and can purchase individual items in this overall shopping cart and can drive people through a company called Magento. Now Magento, and the name of the company here is in my lower right hand corner, and that's spelled Magento. Now Magento is an extremely large company that does things from everything from small to mom-pop businesses to extremely large businesses. The thing I like about this company is that you can easily go in and set up your theme for your overall page. You can set very great reporting for your overall page. It has great links to many different types of shopping platforms. So if I want to basically take this whole entire shopping cart here and I want to attach it to my website, and I can attach it to my website. I can customize it. It's easy for me to add individual items. One reason why they chose Magento is because they wanted to offer special discounting that's a little bit of a sophisticated discounting. They wanted the ability for an end user, when they came in and chose different events. Maybe they had their 8-year-old boy or 8-year-old girl. When they come in and they were able to choose certain events for their overall page, they wanted to offer specific discounting. And you just couldn't handle that through the other two companies that I showed you previously, to be able to handle some of the overall discounting that they were offering through their overall page, and the sophistication of offering not just SKU discounting, but multiple purchase discounting within your shopping cart. They were able to accomplish that through Magento. Now, you might ask, the overall cost, what was the cost for it? Because you look right here, they've even integrated in the shopping cart an online form that was also done through Magento, where the person can fill out their overall form, and what they were able to do was actually replicate their PDF form that someone would have to go in and normally fill out and bring in. Now a person can come in for the tournament, can fill out everything from their age, which events they want to purchase. They can come in here and purchase like a form for point sparring. They can purchase for regular forms. And they can come in here for synchronized underbelt class, and would automatically figure all this information here. They end up connecting it with their PayPal for their particular account. And the total cost per month for this particular shopping cart is running them about $15 a month. So when you look at how they connected it again to their shopping cart, or how they connected it to their page, is instead of making it fully integrated with their shopping their Facebook page, they wanted to basically connect it to their page and also have it to their online form. Like if you come here to their online form, this is the page and the solution that they were trying to replicate in a shopping cart. And again, my internet connection is trying to download it now for you. So this is the online form that they have from their side. So they had a registration form, they had multiple ways with discounts, and multiple forms for a person to be able to pick. And this is the overall form from their side, from which they have people only in the past, until they utilized our application and this new shopping cart this year, allowing people to come in and make that online purchase, so they're registered ahead of time, so they don't have to fuss with it or wait in line when they actually come in for the live event. So what I've been able to show you today are really 3 good solutions that you can basically look at from your side. Again, this first one, I'm going to go back through it here briefly, is through a company called Vendor Shop, which also you can find, and Facebook will also recommend, also because they're free. You can come in here through this company here that you've got. There's a company called Pavement that you have. And again, it's just a really good application to be able to use. And again, they offer a lot of free options. And then you can use this one here through Magento that you've got. And again, all of them are very sophisticated. If you say, well, I already have a merchant account through my overall store, you can also attach, if you have a POS station, which stands for point of sale, if you have a card swiper, you can also use those credentials to plug into this interface for an online presence. So if you're not really savvy and you've just been card swiping in your POS store, and you want to be able to utilize and get into the online market and start selling online, Magento is a really great way. They also have a Magento University where you can go to Magento U, learn about their application. You can, they actually have specialists that you can hire to actually set up your entire shopping cart for you in your experience. There's so many different options for people when they want to start doing e-commerce and start selling in social media. These are really great ways to be able to start and to be able to utilize it. Now, one thing I want to be able to show you is that I showed you in this presentation so far, where they were just basically utilizing this template here in our system to connect to a link, where we basically said in a hyperlink, how do you want to go to that page? Like if I pull up this template here, And it was as simple as taking this menu that you've got right here, and if I come in here right now and I say I want to edit the colors in the text, I can change this text to whatever I want from my side. I can change the color. I could change whatever I want from my side. I can also come in here and change where I want it to go to. And in this space here, this is where the actual link is, and that would actually be going to the shopping cart. So this shopping cart link up here on top, if I would basically take this link here called Chunji Academy, and I would copy and paste this here, and would paste this into our application. Let me go back to our app here. And would paste this into our app to this shopping cart. This is how easy it is to add a shopping cart to your existing Facebook tab. And I could put buy now, or I could put specials or whatever I want. And now this link, when I would publish this would go to my shopping cart now. And again, the maximum cost they're utilizing here is like $15 a month. The other two options I told you were for free. So they're very inexpensive and really great ways to connect this to your main buy page. Now, I want to take you into, if you go into the design page here, you can also go into your shopping tabs that you've got here. And when you go into your shopping tabs, you can come in here and you can look at a couple different options. If I go and view all three here, I could come in here and use this type of a page and maybe push up 3 different types of products, and I could actually use that direct page. When you notice when I was here on this shopping cart page here, when I would go into black belts and I would purchase for black belts that I've got, I can take this entire URL that's here at the very top of the page, which would actually land the end user right back at this individual page that you've got right here. You could land it here on this overall page that you've got right here and shortcut that person to the overall page. So you don't have to send them to your home page that you've got. You can physically direct them to your page. So if you know a flower shop, if you know a company that's out there today that's not into social media but they have a website, this is how you're able to sell them and say you can utilize our application to connect your best selling items. Like for a flower shop, a lot of people don't realize or think about it, but flowers, when you get them home, of course, will die after a certain period of time. Well, in the flower world and in the retail world, that's called a perishable item, where that has a shrink and you have inventory that will basically go bad after a certain period of time. So why not go into your local flower shop, talk them into putting up their specials of their 3 best items that they think that they're going to be pushing for that week. Show them how they can push those items up here in their overall shopping cart. Change this link to their shopping cart that they might have that already might be active that they've got, and basically push it up. A really great way to use our application. And again, this is a really great way where this company here, utilizing Battle on the Columbia, where they were able to utilize our application, come in here, put a quick link up here, and not only save them money and time, but it made it much more convenient for their people. So instead of having a few hundred people waiting in line for the overall tournament, now they can come in, make the online purchase, and again, didn't cost them a lot of money to get it set up, and now they seem like they're professional. They really have their act together, and they've been able to do a lot of really great things, not only with our application here, but in their overall likes. The other thing that this company did, which I can briefly highlight for you, that I want to talk about briefly, is they also used the $50 coupon for Facebook, and they went from zero existence in social media here to 600 likes that they have right now today, and they've just been doing this for a very short time frame. I bet you they've been pushing this page up for maybe a couple months now from their side. And they use the $50 coupon, and maybe I'll go through that on the next Thursday's session. I'll talk about it with Chad and the rest of the group. But a lot of businesses don't realize that you can get a $50 free advertising coupon, and how do you push up engagement ads, and how can you utilize that as an overall business is really important. But they've tied in our sweepstakes page. They've tied in our post and leap page. They're utilizing for even the sponsorship page here. If you go to this link here on their page here that was done less than an hour ago, this will take you to a page that they pushed up that you might recognize, that they're actually utilizing their sponsors for the overall event. So this is a local carpet company that came in and sponsored the event, and they basically pushed up, looks like our Express page, to basically come in here and show sponsor for the overall event. So now you can basically go to a company, say you can show up sponsors, companies that support you, and this is just so many different ways of utilizing our application with Total Social Media for $50 a month. Now what I want to go to do is I'm actually going to go to, one of the questions that came through is what is the paid company that you've got here? The name of the paid company is down here at the beginning called Magento. And I'll go to their website here that you've got. Now Magento that you've got, again, is an extremely large company that is really, really, really good. I've actually used their application before personally myself and have programmed this interface. And when you go to this, you're going to say, wow, there's a lot of very, very, very large companies that have used this application here. And again, it's very inexpensive. So you have companies like OfficeMax, Harbor Freight Tools, the North Face, which has some really great outdoor wear and things that you've got, Court, and they've done, again, for very small companies, medium companies, and very large companies, they have knocked it out of the park, and they interface with so many different types of shopping carts. And when you look at ways that companies can tie in to a shopping cart, most of the companies that are out there have an interface that integrates with Magento. So Magento would be, again, a very tried and true, very, very large company that you can recommend to people. And when you're in the social media world and you're talking about being a resource for them, like what we're doing here on this webinar today, it's not just about our total social media application. It's what can you do with our total social media application to connect to other types of things, like the shopping carts that I just showed you today. And so it's really exciting for you to be able to push up. It might even be fun for you to do is to basically push up a quick Magento. And I think they even have a 30-day trial period. So if you just want to basically go in and learn how the interface works, go in and play with it. Pull a 30-day trial down for your Magento account that you've got. Play with it so you can recommend this to other types of companies that you might be recommending social media to. Or maybe your own company. Maybe you're sitting at home right now and you got a really great idea and you want to push forward a product. No better way than to contact a company like Magento or any of the other companies that I've shown you. And just because we've shown these companies here, these aren't the only companies in the world that do free shopping carts or things within Facebook. But what I wanted to do, and one of the reasons why I showed you these three, is because I've used these three personally myself. I know that they are stable companies. People have used them before. But as you get more complicated with your rules in shopping carts, and as you get more complicated as to what you want to do with your shopping cart, like where I explained where you wanted to have the end user, if they purchase this, this, and this, offer them this discount. The less expensive types of shopping carts aren't going to have those types of rules engines that are built in for you to be able to do. And again, if anybody has any questions or any problems with these individual interfaces, you're more than happy to reach out to me in our social media elite group. I'll help you with these, help you get into them. And again, the link for Battle on the Columbia was the company that's actually linking to our overall page here at Magento, which I showed you earlier. So if you have any additional questions, please reach out to me. I don't see any more questions in the overall box coming through. But again, I hope that today's webinar was able to show you some different ways that you can utilize in social media shopping carts, how you can use those with our application. And then I hope for those of you that were able to get not on the call when we first started, but I was able to show a document here that basically talked about individual times of posting your overall post and leap content. And where I showed you here where it's better to show your post and to post in Post and Leap in the evening after 6 o'clock and to show them on the overall weekend and do the postings on the weekends will get you a better result. One of the questions that just came in from John, does a free shopping tab use one of the TSM custom tabs? You're able to, that you've got through the shopping tabs, you're able to push up in the 512s, which is the narrower width. You're able to push up one shopping cart with that, and then the greater width at the 810s, you can push up one shopping cart on that. Or you can basically go into and you can actually push up different types of things and connect to a shopping cart. There's nothing to say that you can't utilize any of the pages that we have that have any sort of a link to your shopping cart. So don't be misconstrued or thinking that just because if you go into our app here, John, and you go in here and you go into our shopping tabs, and you say, well, there's only 1, 2, 3 shopping cart tabs, one in 810 and another one in 520. Now you can push up two entirely different shopping carts, one in a 520 and one in a 810 with our app on the same business page. But don't be fooled that those are the only pages that you can connect shopping to. Any one of our pages that literally have a link to it that you can show a picture, you can integrate with your page. And it really goes into a philosophy, John, as to how do you want to present on your page the end user to go to your page. Do you just want them like on this page here, where on this Chunji page for this tournament, they want people to go into their tournament and to get excited about their tournament, and then to go in actually to buy and to sign up for the tournament. So they want people to learn about it first and then go in and buy it. Versus if I go back to this Deal Extreme company here, and they've got 547,000 likes on their page. This company here, all they want to do is they want to run e-commerce. They don't want you to go and like about their company and learn about it and to see videos about their company. What they want to do is they want to create e-commerce. They want you to go in and buy, and they want you to be supported by their customer service. So their main tabs on their page is here. Go ahead and buy right now today. There's no frills about it. They make no bones about it. And what do? They throw you right directly into the shopping cart. So you don't have to go in and dive. You don't have to find another link somewhere else on their page. And so many people, depending upon what you're looking for, hate to dig. They don't like to go in and try to have to figure out, well, how can I finally buy from you? Or if you're sitting with a page and you've hid your buy link within your tab way down at the very, very bottom of your page, and you've hidden it, and you wonder why you're not getting any sales through your e-commerce, through your Facebook page, this might be a different avenue for you to be able to take, is maybe try integrating a tab just on your Facebook page that you've got. Try making it predominantly, instead of hiding it back here as one of your event page or one of your fan pages or your video pages, go ahead and move this page up here to one of your main pages up on top here, to where you're able to manipulate those and actually show the end user when they go to your Facebook page, how can I buy right away? Let's look at the next question. Deal Extreme is using the one application that I showed you here, which is the pavement application. And let me go here to the bottom of the page here. And they actually used to use, from their side, they used to use the very first one that I showed you. They're using right now Pavement from their side. So you can go to Payvment. They're using this right now. And again, they do have some free options. But they actually, when they first started, because I'm familiar with this company, they actually originally had started out utilizing this application here through Vendor Shop. It worked for them for a while. They needed, from what I can see, some more sophisticated rules and some different things on their page, so they went to Pavement from their side. Both companies are really, really good, and again, I've used them both, so I'd highly recommend them both from their side. But if you're looking to get into shopping cart, and both of these have free options for you. You can see how clean this is. If you want to vet these out yourself, from this call, just go in and type into Google that you've got, type in Pavement, go to their website, look at their customers, pull down the free account, play with the different accounts, see if these types of things will work for you. But it's important for you, especially because I know we have some social media specialists that are on the line today. If you're wanting to push social media from your side that you've got, there's different things that you can connect, different recommendations that you can do and make to different businesses. And this is valuable. This is valuable to a business, because you can go in and be a resource for them and say, hey, I've got 2 or 3 resources for less than $15 a month options for you as a company. Let's see what type of options we can utilize to help you to sell on social media. That's value to that customer. I'm not seeing any other types of questions that are coming in today. We are at 36 minutes past the hour. I do want to thank everyone for being on this webinar today. And for some reason, if you did miss the front part of our call on the overall times, I'm more than happy to send you that link also. So you can send me an email at ted@totalsocialmedia.com, and I can send you directly the first document that we went over, which talked about statistically what are the best times in social media to post up in our Post and Leap application and get a better result. Having said that, I want to thank everyone for being on our webinar today. I really appreciate it. And again, we're going to be changing up this Thursday webinar, showing different types of techniques, different things that you can do with our application, how you can be successful in social media. I know we went through it very quickly. We went through a lot of information. So if you do or are interested in looking at this again, we did record this. And again, I want to thank everyone for being on this webinar, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everybody.